Hi everyone, how's it going? Let me make sure I'm using the right microphone. I am. Yee-hee. How's everyone doing today? Happy Friday. Hello, Bladevap, Delta, the original Stumbles, Boulder Dash, Mecha Ninja, Kiwi. Did I say Bladevap already? I think I did. Andesite, thank you for 44 months of subscription. Unfortunately, I think that confirms that the thing that the alert box tech guy told me to do did not fix the problem, but you know what? We can rule that out now. It's now ruled out. Watching without sound because I'm watching a show with friends is Toby. You know, my sound wasn't even working till a minute ago, so that's fine. Not that you can hear me, but I read a deranged post that reminded me of you. Oh boy, I can't wait to hear this. Phew, so it's the freaking weekend. It might have been early, so maybe the Roblox is working. Maybe. We'll see. I've basically got the alert box launched in like a separate window right now. The thing is, the alert box works in all situations at all times until I hit the go live button. It's the funniest thing. And I've seen other people have this issue too. There's like Reddit threads about it. Everything works perfectly until I'm on camera. It's pretty awesome. Let me zoom out a little more. So today I'm doing a double feature painting. I'm doing Scizor and Garchomp, two of the coolest Pokemon ever. I've had it in my mind for years that I wanted to do a painting of Scizor using, I think like Fury Cutter maybe, or Slash, just like in a cool action shot. And I feel like Scizor pairs nicely with Garchomp in terms of like Pokemon that are just based. So that's what I'm up to today. I also have, I wanted to show you guys, I'm going to be selling these soon, but my friends had this huge binder of vintage Pokemon cards from their childhood that they want me to sell for them. And so I'm doing that probably this weekend. So I wanted to show you guys some of the cards before I sell them, just because they're fun to look at. They have a bunch of Japanese exclusive cards that I had actually never seen before, which is pretty cool. I just like looking at old merch. Pokemon especially, but kind of like any old merch really, if I tried streaming without going live. That sounds awesome. Poker face owner Natasha Lyon is solving murders, doing her best Columbo impression. For every song, remove the word girl and replace it with squirrel. Such an easy fix as andesite. That's so true. It's almost effortless. So yeah, I figured since these are both like action shots and they're going to have sort of similar palettes, I'm just going to do them all at once. And it'll probably take me longer to finish them, but I'm kind of doing this the same way that I did that Umbreon and Espeon painting, where there's just like a little white gutter in between them. Yeah, because this painting pad that I have is like so big. Doing smaller paintings on it is like really awkward sometimes, so I'm just going to use the space efficiently. We'll just see how this goes. What's the most dangerous kind of canoe? A Kiliak. Let's see. A canoe where the oar handles have been replaced with guns. A scary canoe that murders people. See, Kiwi and I are on the same page here. Volcanoes. Shut the fuck up. That's really good. I really like puns like that don't work when you say them out loud, like, at all. But saying volcano is really good. Good one, Stumbles. I'm sad it's not a Kiliak, though. Okay. So, I didn't draw Garchomp's other arm. We've got a one-armed Garchompa. He's got this arm, like, up with his little googly claw. That's all good and fine. But where's his other arm? Gosh, I didn't even think about that. Because, like, here's his chest, and the other shoulder would be, like, here. And then... oh, geez. Where would this claw even go? Maybe, like, here? It's gonna be, like, partly out of the shot. I don't think there's any way to avoid that. Maybe something like this. That's fine. I'll work on that a little more in a minute. Imagine a Muppet canoe mimic that eats people. A brilliant idea. Elegant. Muppet canoe. What is a Muppet canoe? Actually, I don't really like how I've lined up this claw. Let me try one more time. Because, like, I wanted his cool, like, shark tail to really, like, be in the shot. That's shark tail, like, real shark tail, not like the movie Shark Tale. It's, like, coming up like this. His tail almost looks like a crescent moon. I just think Garchomp has a really cool tail. It's like this. Yeah, I really, I don't know how I missed his whole arm here. Sorry, buddy. I guess it just wasn't that important to me. Not much. What's a Muppet canoe with you? Perfect, Delta. A priest, a minister, and a rabbit enter a blood bank. The receptionist asks the third patron what blood type they are. They reply, I think I'm a type O. That's cute. You lost the arm in the fight, says Kiwi. Yeah, Scizor just took his little scissor claw and just went snip. God, that's really funny. Okay, so his head comes like around here, and then he's got his second little, whatever these things are, his little rocket boosters on his head. What would you guys call those? Garchomp's little, his little head nodules. Hello, Keymint, popping in quick to say hi. I'm super excited to see how these turn out. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for following. Welcome to the chat. I'm also kind of excited for these. I feel like I haven't done like a cool action painting of Pokemon in a while. I've done a lot of like cute and like relaxing sort of scenes. Like I did that Latios and Latios, I did the Quagsire's Tavern, did the ice cream cart, but they're all like very like chill paintings. But I really do like doing action shots when I have the energy for it. Ballast. Horns on his ballast to keep him from falling over. There was an actual Muppet Show sketch where furniture came to life. Oh, okay. What if you gave Garchomp an anchor arm so he can be a jerk and everyone loves him? Honestly, I feel like being a jerk and everyone loving him is kind of the Garchomp way of life. Like, this dude, like, he's like Whitney's Miltank in terms of, like, destroying runs. Like, you get to Cynthia's Garchomp and you're like, oh, I actually wasn't prepared to battle a good Pokemon. Oops, I guess this Elite Four challenge is over. Okay, let's think about how his arm could be. I don't want it to be down. It could be, like, tucked behind his head, almost. Like, the little claw comes out, like, here. Like, he's going, like, rah! He's like, he's gonna get ya. He's jumping. Something like that. This is like when you're going trick-or-treating and like someone's dad is like dressed as a scarecrow, like sitting like they're a Halloween decoration out in the yard, and then you get a little too close and they scare the crap out of you. That's what Garchomp's doing in this shot. He's going, wah! Oh, God. The anchor udder. This shoulder would be tucked more behind his chest in this particular pose. See, I usually do my sketches before the stream for this very reason. There's a lot of second guessing that goes on. But I'm not allowed to show you guys my cool Pokemon cards until I at least get these sketches finalized. That's the rule for today. I don't always have rules, but today, there's rules. Okay, let's just look at a nice reference of Garchomp. Okay, so like in this particular position, where he's sort of leaping up, his other shoulder would be almost completely behind. You shouldn't even be able to see it, is basically what I'm getting out of this. You can see the, like, forearm part of his arm, but then this part should just be, like, completely out of the shot. No, I'm not liking it. Something about this is not landing right. I feel like he shouldn't be able to lift his arm up that high. I don't think his shoulder joints are that flexible. He is a shark, so the fact that he even has shoulder joints is crazy and messed up. There are, in fact, not rules. No rules. That's because Kitty's a coward removed them months ago. It's because there's no rules, just right. What company is it that has that slogan, the no rules, just right slogan? I can never remember. I say it's like a pizza place, maybe? No rules, just right. What am I thinking of? Outback Steakhouse. Oh man, I haven't been to an Outback Steakhouse in a hot minute. Okay, let's try putting the claw right down here. Yeah, that feels better. His shoulder should definitely be more down. He's not that flexible. He's not going to yoga class. He's been skipping a lot lately. He skips it because he doesn't want to get out of bed, and then he tells himself, like, I'll watch an online video and do some yoga on the living room floor, and then he doesn't do it. So his shoulder capsules are really stiff. I'm not speaking from experience. Okay, we're gonna call that good for now. We'll get back to this. Click, put them back. Is the Vab first version the Payback Steakhouse? Is this autobiographical? No! Shut up! I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, let's work on Scizor a little more. I've got sort of the vibe for this sketch. Hi, Ika. Good morning. Or whatever time it is in the Ika-verse. Okay, I think I'm gonna move Scizor's shoulder down a little bit also. There we go, that's better. So his arm should be like very straight, and then we're doing like foreshortening here because his big meaty claw is coming right at the camera and it's gonna freaking get you. And then Scizor has like a big forehead spike. Oh, this is the perfect music for this too. This is the Heart Gold Soul Silver Elite Four music, I think. Okay, there's his head spike, and then he has these little red guards on his wings, and the wing itself reaches out farther. Scizor is so freaking cool. What a sick Pokemon. Scyther was already awesome too. That's what's great about Scizor. It's truly like, oh, you can't improve on perfection. And then they did. How did they do that? I saw the new Flamecraft duels and Flamecraft's expansion. I always enjoyed Scizor since the Gen 2 days. Meow! Say that again to my face. Was there a cat? Pi is like right behind me. I'll show you guys. Actually, my desk moved down right now. It's not in standing desk mode, so I'm using a different chair, and my standing desk chair is right behind me. So Pi is in the standing desk chair, loving her life. Oh, another fire engine. Never a dull moment here. Pi sighting? Oh yeah, for real. And a bonus Vorse sighting. You can see in the upper right. There's Pi in my usual chair, and there's the Vorse in the back right. The standing desk chair. I know, it's truly like the dumbest thing ever. It's a really tall chair so that you can have the standing desk, but you can sit when you want to. It's stupid. Something that completely defeats the purpose of a standing desk. Scizor's big, meaty claws. Oh, this is Kanto, you're right. Like punching gloves, Vorse always watching. Truly the dumbest thing ever. The Vorse. I have the Vorse right with the C-Dot plush, and then also near the Sentret plush that Delta sent me. Because I feel like the Sentret can sort of keep the Vorse in line a little bit. Because it's so big. If the Vorse gets up to trouble, Sentret can just grab it in a huge hug and keep it from being evil. This is my theory of how this all works. So Scizor has an abdomen, and then the legs sort of come down off like this. I wanted this leg to be like kind of up, like it's leaping into the air, so it's got one leg up and one leg straight back for like the pushing force. I don't know if I've really accomplished that. Let me try this again. So there would be one leg like here. So it would be more like this. But I don't know if that works because the claw is blocking your view of like what is happening with the leg. So it just kind of looks like he has like a stumpy little baby leg, which is not actually what I'm going for here. I wanted him to look cool, not stumpy baby leg, believe it or not. I probably could just have his leg going out straight behind him, but that doesn't feel like there's a lot of force with it. Like punching gloves. The force is always watching, truly the dumbest thing ever. It's a chair for the desk to sit on after getting tired from standing. I sent you a furret. Oh, yes, sorry. For some reason I thought you sent me both of them, but you're right. The Centret and the furret always hang out together. The furret is right next to it. Please play the Accumulatown theme. I can walk. Do 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 do. How's that? Is that as good as listening to it? Okay, how could I deal with this leg here? What am I gonna do? I could do it like sort of back a little. Yeah, something like that is fine, I think. Yeah, I think that's okay. That'll have to do. Oh, thank you. Yo, curly fries. They've arrived. I wasn't expecting this. Looks like a bowl of dog food. Sorry, Blade, I'm so far behind on Discord stuff right now. It's been a kind of frantic work week, honestly. I think I made his arm too long here. I'm gonna shorten that down just a little. Put his little claw, like, here. Do you think Garchomp ever gets, like, frustrated because he's trying to, like, pick stuff up? But all he has is like two weird little stubby chopstick claws. I know I certainly would. A bowl of Vaporeon food. There's no way this could get worse. It got worse. Sog dog food. Oh, what is that? It's like it's curly fries. I assume they're from Jack in the Box. They're supposed to all be curly, but as you can see, some of them are just not curly. Okay. I think the main vibe of these is shut up. Might not be able to do a little... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it's not for a couple more months, so hopefully things will settle down. Oh, Garchomp has, like, spikes on its biceps. I did not remember that as a design feature. It's kind of a weird design feature. I know he has them on his thighs. That kind of makes sense. Well, I don't know why, but it feels more right to me somehow. And then, okay, he has, like, gill-esque stripes on the neck. And it's like red. Oh, and then the red goes like onto his inner arm. Very interesting. And he has a somewhat red stomach. Not entirely. I need like a normal rep of Garchomp. I have all these like action poses opened up here. Boulder, no! Grok did finally, someone at the company finally, there's context to this. Boulder's not just going insane, I swear. Someone at the company finally realized what was going on and turned it off. Thank God. For context, Grok, the AI chatbot that is on Twitter, was modified by somebody with a political agenda so that it would bring up intensely sensitive racial topics about South Africa without any prompting. And the result was really bad, but also really funny because it would just bring it up out of nowhere with like no relationship. So people would be like, is this show on Netflix? And he'd be like, I'm so glad you asked about political conflicts. So, yeah, that was really bad, but also a very funny mishap. Boulder has not lost his mind, at least as far as I know. It can't learn fly, Echo, that's true, but it has flown in the anime, hasn't it? Yeah, and in the Scarlet and Violet wild area, Garchomp flies around. So I think, like, canonically it can fly. Maybe they just feel like they can't retcon it now. I don't know. It can, though, you're right. The mind was lost decades ago. Hi, Fish, how are you? Good to see you. Okay. So I'm gonna grab my little eraser stick thingy. Oh, but now that I've done my sketches, I can show you guys my Pokemon cards. That's all that really matters to me. Finally. I'm really doing the old carrot and stick trick on myself. So, okay, this is the first binder. This is mostly cards from the earlier set. So base set, Fossil, Jungle, base set 2. You can see here a bunch of really nice holographic cards, all in very good condition. There should be 2 cards right here that are not in here because they are such high value, good condition cards that I think my friends should get them graded instead of selling. And that is, of course, base set Charizard, base set Venusaur. This Charizard, it's in like a penny sleeve that's kind of beat up, so it looks like it's in worse condition than it is, but this is a minty Charizard. It's gorgeous. So I think they should get this graded personally. The camera's kind of fighting me on showing it to you. And then this Venusaur is also in very good shape. There's 2 Venusaurs they have here, but this one is in better shape. So I think they should get these 2 graded, or I can just sell them as is if they want me to do that. I'm going to talk with them later. But yeah, that's page 1. Let's scoot everything over. And then from here on out, it's, you know, the entirety of base set cards. I've put all the doubles, like, next to each other. Something funny about this Machamp card, the specific Machamp base set, is that due to a printing error, they're all labeled first edition, even if they aren't. There's a bunch of Shadowless cards in here. Like, this card, for example, is kind of interesting, actually. This is a Shadowless Nidorino card. Shadowless means, for anyone who doesn't know, it was an early misprint of the base set cards where... Let me see if I have a good comparison for you. I guess you could just look at this Charmeleon for comparison. So you see around the art frame on Charmeleon, right above where my thumbnail is, there's this dark shadow underneath the art box. And on this Nidorino, there's no shadow at all. It's like completely flat. And in addition, this Nidorino card has the gray first edition stamp, which is another misprint. It's not a super valuable card necessarily, but it is like a fun little collectible, a curiosity. Same thing with these Jinxes and this Kadabra. They all have the gray misprint first edition stamp, which is fun. Moving on here, we've got more Shadowless first edition base set cards. Everything's in pretty good shape. A whole bunch of Haunters, Jinxes, and Kadabras. More and more and more. More and more and more. You can see on this Nidorino it has the shadow underneath the box, so the box like pops out a lot more. It's really easy to see along this right side here especially. A whole bunch of Bulbasaur, another Shadowless one. Charmander. These are like not super interesting cards to look at, they're just kind of standard base set cards, but they're kind of fun. These are all Shadowless Staryu, Shadowless Weedle. Bunch of trainer cards. Here we go. Now we're in base set 2. We've got this beautiful Blastoise here. You can see it's got a really nice swirl on the holo right next to his tummy. Right there, next to my thumb. People look for those swirls. They're considered very desirable. The more swirls, the better, basically. So that's a really nice card. Not all holos have the swirl. It just depends on which part of the sheet of holographic paper that it printed on. So people chase it. We've got a whole bunch of Scizors here, a whole bunch of holo Scizors. Those are fun. Some holo Vileplumes over here that look very like early PS1 graphics. The shiny like sleeves that these are in make them kind of hard to see, but I hope you're getting the vibe. More base set and jungle, fossil. I just want to show you guys the holographic cards. Get all this crap out of here. Here we go. We got holo Muck, holo Zapdos. This was a favorite card of mine when I was a kid. I still think this card rips. It's just so purple. Such a like 90s action monster. Scizor, says Mecha. I have a beat up but authentic version of pre-release Fossil Aerodactyl. Oh, that's sick. Bulbasaur! I need to find my cards. I've got some of those lying around. I like the way you say Bulbasaur. Scizor. Hope the card doesn't rip purple. I don't know why I say Bulbasaur with the Z. I guess it's Soar, isn't it? Oh, this card I also think they should get graded. This is a really nice card. This is from the Team Rocket set. I believe it was called Rocket Gang in Japanese. This is a first edition Dark Blastoise card. This is a lot of people's favorite card. It's just sick. It's a beautiful vintage card. Though maybe they shouldn't get it graded. It's not in as good of a shape as some of the others. I'm going to take it out of the penny sleeve. Actually, no, this is in great shape. What am I talking about? Yeah, you can see the surface of it is like perfect. There's no dings, no dents. People look out for like whitening. There's a little bit of scratching on the back, but overall that's in very good shape. They should probably just get that graded. I love all these dark cards. I think they're so cool. I love that this is my stream and I can just do this if I want. I can just be like, forget the art, we're looking at Pokemon cards. Purple, the Mario and Ralsei pose. It's almost doing the Mr. Beast hands, huh? And I think that was it for all this set of vintage. And then we get into the really cool stuff, in my opinion, which is the second binder. Let me just move this out of the way. This is so cute. This was the actual binder that I got all their cards in. I've moved that big first chunk out, but this is so classic, right? It's got the randomly placed stickers, this Raichu that's like falling off. So, this binder is very fun. Let me just skip ahead to the good stuff. Well, this is all the base set stuff that I didn't take out because they have a million copies of these cards. Oh my gosh. People don't really like to buy too much of these like bulky, you know, Geodudes or whatever, so. Alright, here's the cool stuff. So this is more, these are all Japanese cards in this binder for the most part. But we've got these beautiful Rocket Gang cards. We've got the Vileplume here, Dark Golbat, Dark Persian. Oh, this is a fun card. You may have heard about this. This card was changed in the American printing because Grimer is looking up the skirt of the girl who's walking by. You can't really see it, but his eyes are looking up and to the right. And in the English edition, they changed it so he's not looking up the skirt. So that's fun. About to do tournament battle on Poke Engine. Oh, good luck. OMG, the writing. Are these all your cards, is Malachi? No, these are my friend Nis and Devin. This is their childhood card collection that they combined. And they're having me evaluate and sell it for them because that's a hobby of mine. And I know a lot of people at my local card market. But I've just had so much fun looking through these. It's like such a treat. This Gyarados is so sick. Oh, it's so good. It's got that beautiful, like, purple shiny on it. Gorgeous. The Dark Eevee, Dark Jolteon, Dark Flareon are all really popular cards. Anything from the Evolution set is popular. I'm sure I've said that before. People really like those. Is there something wrong with my microphone? It's off? Are you sure? It looks like it's working for me. It's off. Is anyone else not hearing me? It says it's working. Yeah, Blade, I think that's just you, maybe. That would be really funny, though. Okay, yeah, I think that's an issue on your end, my friend. We've got this beautiful holo Hitmonlee. I'm not a huge Hitmonlee fan, but I think that card is really cool. Oh yeah, this original Jungle Vaporeon. I gotta pull this one out. This is just such a whimsical take on Vaporeon. Its tail is like all white and like fish frilly. Just gorgeous. I do not know why they did that. Discord is what I say when I'm picking a fish. Discrod. I want this crod. Wow. Do you pick a fish often? Is that part of your lifestyle? Oh, we've got a whole bunch of these like gym challenge cards. These are really fun. They have the little badge in the corner showing you what gym leader they belong to. So this is like, you know, Misty's Golduck, Misty's Poliwag, etc. I always thought those cards were fun. Oh, this card's cool. Here, I'm gonna pull this out too. We've got a Rocket Mewtwo. I don't think this card was released in English. It may have been. Just a cool card though. Very like off-model Mewtwo. I was wondering why the music looped. That's so weird, Blade. I hope you figure it out. Stream is muted, PokeEngine wasn't. Comic about posing like Vaporeons in cards. That's hilarious. Oh, and now we get into the Genesis, the Neo cards. This was the Johto cards. Beautiful Meganium card here. Of course, we have Typhlosion. We have a nice Feraligatr here in the corner. Togetic. These cards are very much like... I'm considering asking my friends if they would let me buy some of these cards from them. This page is not related, don't worry about that. Some of these older Japanese, like, Neon Genesis cards. They're just cool. Oh, we have Blaine's Arcanine. People like that card a lot. I'm almost done, and then I'll get back to painting, I swear. More of these Gym Challenge cards. No Pidgeot. We've got Pidgey and Pidgeotto. No Pidgeot. Feeling a little personal about that, honestly. Where is the Pidgeot? Oh, there's supposed to be a Gengar here, and I took it out. This is like the second most valuable card in this whole binder, which is hilarious because it's really hard to see, honestly. I don't like this card design, but this is Sabrina's Gengar from the Gym Challenge set. This is an extremely valuable card. I might have them get this graded, but part of the issue with this card is that the printing is a little off-center. You can see that on the left side, the yellow band is thicker than the right side, so that could affect the grading. But it is in really good shape. I don't see any problems with it. But yeah, people love Gengar. Gengar is such a popular card to buy. So, and there's this beautiful card of Brock's Ninetales. Come on, buddy, come on out. Don't be shy, everyone wants to see you. This beautiful, like, purple-red holo behind it. So nice. I don't even think this is a very desirable card for most people. I just really like it. I love how, like, yellow and purple look together. Almost at the end here. A bunch of Brock's cards, Erica's cards, and that's all, folks. I wish Hyper was here. I could show him this, I don't know why Erica has this Dragonair, but she does. This is Erica's Dragonair for some reason. I guess because it's kind of like a feminine Pokemon? I don't know. They assigned some weird Pokemon to the gym leaders in this set just to kind of make it work. Come on, get back in there. Yeah, so these are all beautiful, classic old cards. It's gonna be a little hard to part with them. Oh my gosh, could you please go back in the... Dragonair does not want to go back in. She's like, no man, I'm free. This is it for me. Get back in the box. Okay, you know what? That one's not going back in. I'll have to figure out how to sort that later. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming to my TED Talk about my friend's Pokemon card collection. I hope you've enjoyed. This is what I've been doing in my free time lately. They have some very random other cards in here that I'm gonna have to sort through. Bunch of energies. Okay, let's get some painting done. How about that? Oh, I hear that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't even eat fish. Meganium, my beloved! I got the Neon Genesis First Edition Lugia. Yo, I remember you said that. As a very valuable card, as you know. Very, very, very valuable. People love that Lugia card, even if it is not First Edition. But First Edition? Get out of here. People go apeshit for it. Look at that sassy Nidorina. I'll call you later, I'm dead. Can't get back to painting when you never started, true. Neon Genesis, Evan Lugia. Can't see Gengar, more like John Cena's Gengar. It came out of a Tangela, I don't know. Exactly, Boulder, exactly. It's a beautiful compliment. Mwah, gorgeous. Okay, I think I'm going to start... I want to give the slash that he's doing some emphasis. Boo doo boo doo boo. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Do 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 do. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Okay, so I'm gonna mix up a nice intense Baja Blast color here. Beautiful. And then I'm going to shift over to a really intense reddish pink color for the trailing end of this slash. I'm gonna let the two colors like melt together a little. This is like pure vibes. It just feels right, I don't know. Do love how many slash moves there are in Pokemon. Night Slash, Slash, Shadow Claw, Psycho Cut, Scratch, Leaf Blade. Yeah, I think it's just like one of those things. It's like psychologically, when you think of animals, magical animals fighting each other, it feels like one of the most like standard things they should be able to do is like scratch each other. It's a little brutal, but like they're magical scratches for the most part, I think. There's certainly not a lot of blood happening. I feel like they do occasionally show, not necessarily blood, but like they occasionally indicate actual injury in the anime. And anytime they do, it's typically like seen as like, ah, something has gone wrong here. This is like the bad type of battling. So, like in the first movie, when they all start scratching and punching the crap out of each other because Mewtwo has like disabled their real moves. And it's like really bad. I think we're taken to interpret that as like they're doing something better when they're using Slash. Okay, there's his little nose star. Guillotine. I forgot about Guillotine. I think that move might just be straight up. I think one-hit KO moves in Pokemon, I think that's straight up like real violence. I think they're just trying to kill each other with those. That's my opinion. Evidence? I don't have any. They're just fighting. Didn't Mewtwo disable their moves? There was something weird. I could have sworn it was like there was a reason that they couldn't actually fight. Maybe they just wanted to kill each other. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that flick. Mewtwo just really craved Pokemon on Pokemon Warfare. Alright, there's his little arm thingy. It's like when the player at the table goes, I attack non-lethally. That's how I like to headcanon Pokemon moves. Yeah, exactly. Open up a hole in the earth and have your opponent fall and never to be seen again. Yeah. Fissures for sure lethal. There's no way to open up a hole in the earth and drop your opponent in forever in a playful and fun way. That's my opinion. Unless there's some kind of rescue crew that goes down there. What if there was a VAP comic where she learns guillotine and she's walking around with a French guillotine tied to a leash wherever she goes? What, like pulling it behind her on wheels? I don't think she's that strong. Maybe though. Maybe a little one. A cheeky little guillotine. Okay, and then Garchomp has his, like, back fin that comes this way. It's got a big notch in the middle. His back is here, and then his knee is sort of up like this. And then he's got like a big chunky dragon foot, like so. Big meaty claws. And he has like stripes on his ankle, but you can't really see them in this position. And then his tail comes down and around like so. And this thigh is sort of going off camera a little. There's that leg, and then the tail comes up. I'm just like making sure I know what I'm doing here. And the answer's like, kind of. Both of these Pokemon are a little complicated anatomically. They both have a lot of like stripes and lines in places that you wouldn't necessarily expect them. Well, you know, the nice thing about designs like that, though, is if you don't do it right, most people will not notice because they don't even really know what the design looks like in the first place, so. I see people draw Vaporeon without its neck frill all the time. Let's see. Maybe Pokemon moves really do damage HP values for stamina. Like there's an actual universe to hit that pool of stamina. Oh my god, sorry. I just grabbed the microphone. I thought it was my cup of water because it was right next to the mic and I just grabbed it. Instead of guillotine, it's one of those paper cutters. The board shears. I had access to board shears in college. They were very fun for cutting things up. Kind of scary though. You gotta make sure you don't cut yourself up on those things. They are very sharp. I want to say we like weren't allowed to use them unless there was someone else in the studio with us, or they had some like rule like that so that you couldn't grievously wound yourself also being alone. You at least had to grievously injure yourself in front of someone. That was the rule. Buddy system. Okay, I'm gonna move his tail a little bit because I made it intersect with his arm. And I don't really like that. And I want his cool shark tail to be like visible. So let's move it into a different position slightly. Dancing Vap, you're kind of in the way. Sweetie, I'm gonna move you. Whoops, wrong thing. I'm gonna grab you and just kind of move you up here. You can dance in the corner. I want everyone to see my drawings. Just less the match. Clodsire in a limited format is scary, folks. Sheer cold, just have them experience absolute zero molecules stopping. What if Garchomp has an ankle tattoo? Drink microphone. Thank you for redeeming. Ooh, big stretch. I shall. My wrist has been feeling a lot better the last couple days since I've given it kind of a break. So that's a relief. Oh, bite microphone, drink microphone. I don't think you guys would like that. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that you would not enjoy what that would sound like. I think you would be against that if you had it happen. Don't do that. Some people have mesothelioma, says Kiwi. That's so true, bestie. Okay, I made his arm like way too thick. If there's anything I know about Garchomp, he has like weird little stick arms. There we go, that's better. Show me those little stick arms, stick boy. Okay, so his little arm fin comes down like this, and then the tail, I guess it would come like up, and then maybe over here? Yeah, I think that's kind of the best I can do to show off the tail. I don't think there's a whole lot else. I think it's just not going to be the point of this drawing, which is annoying, but like, what can you do? Freya from Final Fantasy IX got a magic card. Why does that bring me to mind, Mrs. Boulder? Because she's a rat. It's a rat card. It's so good. Well, I know you're not a rat, but a rat knight. I'm gonna reposition the spikes on his thigh a little bit. They should be a little higher up and going more like outward. Yeah, more like that. All right. Good, 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 good. Let's start working on my beautiful son, Scizor. We're just gonna start by coloring everything that is red, which is most of the Scizor. Scizor is basically just a red man. A red bugman. Just gonna clean up all the pencil lines on everything that is red, which is the whole animal. I want to see too much pencil poking through. Though, you know, I follow a really popular watercolor artist, and I saw the other day that instead of doing like line art with her watercolors, she just leaves the pencil. She like draws really hard in pencil, and then lets the pencil be the line art. I never realized she was doing that. So I might try that technique someday. It looks really cool when she does it, so. Ooh. I don't know why, but I think you're aware of all characters, mice and rats. Yeah, no, I think that's true. I think like Boulder's just trying to sleep at night, and like a rat character is announced, and he like wakes up in a cold sweat and is like, I sense a rodent. A rodent is nearby. This is my canon. Okay, move the water a little closer. Boy, this cable is really in my way. Okay. Yo, guys. Deltarune, 19 days. It's coming. I'm so excited. My whole life is going to be different and better. Wouldn't it be incredible if the next 2 chapters were like terrible? Just reviewed really poorly, no one liked them. Nintendo Switch 2, 19 days. Deltarune's quickly approaching your location. Birdly is coming at me. Like, there's no way they're gonna be bad. They might be, like, not as favorite as the first 2 chapters or something like that, but they're not gonna be bad. But I think it would be really funny if Toby was just like, the twist this time is that the games are not good. Okay, we're just gonna do, like, super, super, super intense red for Scizor. Oh, is my alert box working? Well, okay, the sound played. Thanks for following, Fell of the Stairs. At least we have the sounds working again. This is something, fellas. That's half the battle. Well, maybe a little less than half the battle. That's some of the battle. This is very exciting. Something happened. I can report that to the OBS tech who's trying to help me. I'll say, hello, something happened. Oh my gosh. I need to beat chapter 2. Take the great deal, kinda. That was really late. It took a few minutes. You know what? Working it all is a step in the right direction. Better late than never. Yeah, there really is something wrong with it. Several minutes late, too. Well, what can you do? That's really funny. Okay, here's his wing. I'm doing like such a bright cherry red that it's like almost like a pink or a magenta, and then in the shadows I can make it a lot darker. Do 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 do. And then its chest is mostly red, but it has like a gray stripe in the middle. Maybe I should start with his claw since it's closest to the camera. Scizor's claws have little eyeballs on them, which is a little strange, but it is what it is. Couple Pokemon in Gen 2 that had sort of funny eyeball markings. I feel like that's one of the characteristic traits of Gen 2 design philosophy. Because there's obviously Girafarig, it has the face for the tail, and that's like a sentient face, so that's kind of like, you know, the most prime example. But then there's Scizor, who has claw faces. There's Xatu, who has like the face on its chest, and obviously it's based partly on like a totem pole, so that makes sense. But it is sort of striking. Dunsparce and Hoot Hoot both have very like exaggerated eyeball markings. I had another one in mind when I started saying this. What was it? If you guys think of it, let me know. I swear there's another one. I need to go let Pi out in just a second. You know, I'm just gonna do the dark marking on its chest over the top of the red. That's fine. That works. Alright, Pi, I'm coming to let you out. Sit tight, girlie. Oh, come on. Out you go. Farewell. Alright, the office has become a pie-free zone. I fell off the stairs, says both of these are my favorite Pokemon. I love how you paint so smoothly. Why, thank you so much. They're very cool Pokemon. Some of the coolest designs. Alright, here's the abdomen. I'm going to go very carefully around the claw here. Okay, quick break from putting on the layers. And I want to give his head some shading here. And the shoulder as well. Oh, thanks for redeeming Hydrate, Malachite. I shall do that. Cheers. Imagine a later stream alerts from past streams go off in a loud crunchy notification. Oh my god. Okay, enjoy Trader Joe's Delta. Thanks for hanging out. Oh yeah, Spinarak. Yes, Spinarak has the face marking. Pseudo-Udo. Brooklyn gangster impersonation time. Well, it's always that time. That's just as soon as we wake up every day, isn't it? Yeah, I feel like that sort of the fake faces or like exaggerated facial features is a real hallmark of that generation. That gen felt very like artsy, I guess, for lack of a better word. Do you know what I mean? The Pokemon had like a sort of aesthetic, like they were more aesthetically cartoony in a certain way rather than feeling like they were aiming for realism or anything else. They were a very like Japanese art style kind of approach. I can't think of like the right word to describe what I'm talking about, but I hope you guys know what I mean. Alright, and then here's his little, I don't know what this is, thigh cover. Go. Versus Ho-Oh, such a good song. So good. My man. Alright, gonna get the claw in here. And there's like the jaw part of the claw. It's got like an open mouth, for lack of a better word. I spent a while soft resetting for Shiny Ho-Oh. Didn't work out, but as a result, I know this song so well. I know the first little piece of this song so well. Someday, if I'm on a long airplane flight or something, I'm gonna successfully soft reset for Shiny Ho-Oh. I feel like I can do it. I feel like it's within my grasp. I feel like Ho-Oh will sense the purity in my heart and will show up in his beautiful gold and charcoal form. Such a good shiny. Alright, there's his big meaty claw. And then here's what we're gonna do. I don't think I've ever done this before. But here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna straight up use my hand. I want there to be a blur effect. And this is how I'm gonna do it. Sick. Sometimes your finger is the best tool. I'm gonna catch up here. Oh yeah, Mantine. That's right. Mantine also has those face markings. I misunderstood the topic. You mean they had good designs? I do. I think Gen 2 designs are the best. That's my opinion. Gen 2 Pokemon. Let me just look at, see if there's any face markings that I missed. Okay, let's make a running tally here. We're not going to count Hoo-Hoo because that's not really what I mean, but we'll say Spinarak. That's 1. Xatu, that's 2. We're not going to count Slowking because that's literally a whole separate Pokemon on its head. Doesn't count. Wobbuffet is 3. It has a whole fake body. Girafarig is 4. Its tail. Scizor is 5. It has its little eyeball claws. Mantine is 6 because of the face on it. Houndoom does have that little skull on its collar. I don't know if I'm going to count that. That's kind of pushing it. Stantler has its, like, false eye antlers. That could be 7 if you want to let me get away with that. I think that's it. Yeah, that's a motif. I would say that is a design motif. Oh, we're getting rated. Hello, Admiral Kevin. Welcome to the chat and Party of 10. How are you today? Sorry, we were going through Generation 2 Pokemon and trying to figure out how many of them had false faces. And it's a surprising amount. It's about 7. Other than that, I am working on this painting of Scizor and Garchomp. What were you streaming today? Hello, Magi Foxy. Caledonian Donald, and Admiral Kevin. Oh, that Eevee emote's really cute. That's adorable. I love like looking and seeing what all people's emotes are. Oh, I like your Sylveon smug emote. That's adorable. Okay, so we've got the base part for Scizor down here. I feel like his other thigh cover thing would still be showing a little bit behind. I'm gonna add it in. I think it counts. I think it's fine. It would be like poking out like right here, I think. Just a little. And it'll be easy to edit out if I decide later that it doesn't really work there. Okay, there it is. Looks wonderful. We had art stream and warships at the end. Oh, excellent. What kind of art do you do? As you can see, I pretty much only do watercolor. Well, I do like pen and ink stuff too, but watercolor is like my super favorite. Okay, let's start working on Garchomp's base colors here. Hello, CuteFaith45. How are you today? Welcome to the chat. What if I did the red markings on Garchomp first, since I have all this red paint mixed up, and then we'll sort of work our way backward towards all the other tones. Because I might as well do it before the red paint dries. It's like, it's here, you know? I was gonna say it's free, but it's certainly not free. It's just here. It's available is what I mean. Mostly draw Pokemon, did an Eevee and a Curlia. Oh, sick. If you would like to share them in the chat, please feel free to do so. Links are a-okay here. I feel like Curlia is a Pokemon that's grown on me over the years. It's one of those Pokemon that, like, in its 3D model, a rare Pokemon that its 3D model I think actually brought it to life a little more. It doing its little, like, ballet steps kind of helped me understand the vision. When it's static, I wasn't totally sure what they were going for, but I really like it. I've come around on it. Okay, so I've cleaned up my pencil markings a little bit. Oh boy, what do you have here, Boulder? I'm scared. Made to order chunky ho-oh plush. Only $300. Made by Thimble's Thread. These are mad to order and are not yet made. I'm assuming he meant made. They're mad to order. Don't even get me started. Didn't do so well today on stream, but I can check for my DeviantArt. Yeah, of course. Whatever you want. Man, I miss DeviantArt. I would really like to... I wish DeviantArt would have like a renaissance, you know? That would be really nice. Can you Vaporeon do the gritty as well, says Magi Proxy? Nope. She can only do the moves she's doing right now. She's so limited. She's like one of those people who like learned one dance move and it's just like, well, this is what I'll do forever then. Alright, so Garchomp's jaw comes down like this. And then its neck also has the red markings. Markings come like down the neck and then up onto the inside of his bicep. I probably could have used a bigger brush for this. I might switch in just a minute. This one's feeling a little limiting. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch over to my bigger brush. Alright, and then... Oh, this music is so good. This is, the Sun and Moon champion music. I loved the, like, crazy orchestral approach they took for the Kukui battle. So good. So dramatic. That game had like, say what you want about Sun and Moon, they had some art direction going on. They knew what they were going for aesthetically, and they did it. It's so sick. Alright, there's all the red on his tummy, and it goes very carefully around his leg here. And I think that's all the red that's on Garchomp. It's just red on his chest. Okay, let me catch up on the chat here. I'm doing the Mermay and May art challenge. Oh, I've heard of people doing that. It sounds really fun. I know people do I think it's called Smogist, which is dragons in August. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm sure she'll do the best Vaporeon Fortnite dancer around. Oh, that curly is sick. I like the like flowing scarf. It has a lot of like energy to it. Dursa says, I just got these unlocked somewhere. I know I could use them here. Oh yeah, there they are! My boys! Scizor and Garchomp! Digital drawing of my EVOC. Oh, so cute! That's adorable. Yeah, your art has a lot of movement to it. It's very lively. This champion theme is great. This Kiwi. It's so good, right? Dursa says, I have shamefully still yet to play Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield. Magi says, Lurk, I'm gonna head out today. Have fun making watercolor art. Bean. Thank you so much for coming by. I totally understand. If anyone needs to go, please go. Take care of yourself. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm gonna do the yellow star on Garchomp's forehead. It's like a gold star, because he gets a gold star for being such a good little land shark. Yes, he is. Oh, this is like Cobalion and the other Musketeers, who I don't care about as much. This is their theme song. Cobalion and the others. I'm so sorry to the others. I'm just the world's #1 Cobalion defender. I think this theme is also used for the genies, who I will not defend. They can defend their damn selves. Not a fan. Actually, though, actually, the Landorus that is a tiger, he's okay. Because he's a tiger. I'll give him a pass. Okay, Garchomp has a golden eye. Looking good. Thank you, says Admiral Kevin. Of course. Thank you so much for the raid. I like Keldeo. This is Boulder. I always forget Keldeo even exists. It's not personal. I just think of the Musketeers, and I'm like, yep, there's 3 of them. Cobalion, brown Cobalion, green Cobalion, and little Cobalion. Also Victini's theme. Oh yeah, that's right. Gosh. Victini, who you find in the basement of the basement of the Statue of Liberty. Insert James Bond joke here. The name is Teeny. Victini. Did someone say GoldenEye? Okay, let's see. So Scizor's little hand thingies also have gold. It's just the inner part that's gold, though. It has like a gray band around it. So I'll go ahead and get those marked in. You know, I did like with the genie battles the way that it had like the glass shattering effect when you first start battling them. Am I remembering that right? I might just be thinking of the ones that you encounter via the like viewfinder or whatever. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Oh, and he also has a golden eye. You know what? These 2 Pokemon actually have more like things in common than I initially thought. That's interesting. The Dream Radar? Yes, the Dream Radar. Thank you. Yes, yes. Now thinking about it now, Victini may have been the start of the uneventful mythical trend where mythicals are handed out without any fanfare. That one had like a custom location though. Because it was in a location and you had to like go on a boat to get there. It wasn't like that exciting, don't get me wrong, but like it did have something. What was the one after Victini? Let me just look up all mythicals. These two Pokemon have a soft spot for knitting. Yeah. With all their claws. Okay, so Keldeo was also a location-tied event Pokemon. It had that big rock. Was Volcanion maybe where it started just kind of getting dropped in? I don't remember Volcanion being tied to anything unique. There's Magearna, Marshadow, Zeraora. Yeah, it might have been like right after Victini. It's definitely right around that time, Kiwi. I think you're spot on in terms of like the time period. I really like Keldeo. The others are kind of lame. Volcanion was dropped in. Keldeo was also fun running that big rock. Okay, in Black 2 and White 2, if I remember correctly, there's a big rock that is like split down the middle behind Alder's house. Is that specific enough for you? That's what I seem to remember, and I believe that's where you encounter it when you do. The NC was too. She got a Mega, but Hoopa got a little more story. Yeah, Hoopa I feel like has featured enough in general. Like, it's just like a very lore-heavy Pokemon. So I'm gonna give Hoopa a pass. Hoopa, you're off the hook for today. But you're on thin ice. Because there definitely was a time period where mythicals were like, you know, you get a ticket and then you go to an island or a secret forest or whatever, and like that's the way where you find it. And then eventually it started just being like a delivery guy at the Pokemart. It'd be like, you're John, right? Here's your Arceus. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's fine. I'm not gonna say no. But also, who are you? Very strange. I'm just gonna give these wings like a little bit of texture. Okay, technically he does have a bottom part to his wing that comes like this way. Something like that, anyway. And then there's this wing over here, which is mostly going to be kind of covered up by the effects. Another banger of a song. Ah, it's my motorcycle buddy. He's revving around again. I hope everyone's looking forward to this. Okay, let me catch up here. DNC was 2, but she got a Mega. Hoopa got a little more story. Remember the Arceus event, Heart Gold, Soul Silver? You could get a level 1 Palkia, Dialga, Giratina. Yeah, the super freaky event where you have to watch like a scary slideshow about the birth of man. That was bizarre. By the way, Mecha, the package is still en route. It now says 7 p.m. It is officially like out on a route right now on its way to me, so don't worry. Let's see. I could be misremembering the scale of the mythical events too, because Mew was just handed out. Alright, buddy, drive away. Originally, Mew was like a really weird, involved method, because you had to like know how to get it. It was like an Easter egg, but eventually it was just handed out later. You ever think about dragon hordes for dragon-type Pokemon? I wonder what Garchomp would hoard. What are sharks like? Fish skeletons. What about the grass monkey, Darude? Darude Sandstorm? I don't remember anything with him. I have a strong memory of the Celebi event because I did the whole custom DNS thing for it back then. Wow. Walk into your local Walmart and pick up your own personal Jesus Christ for free for the Heart Gold Soul Silver Celebi. Is meeting a mythical in the Vaporverse like getting concert tickets? Vap did meet Hatsui-kun Mikui-kun. Your local Varoom is making noises. Package? Truly a clown. I just saw it too. On the other hand, acquiring Manaphy sure left its mark on me. Playing Rangers just to get it. Yeah, that was a really in-depth one. Vroom vroom. Zoom is really weird. Garchomp would hoard knitted plushies. Let me go like see who's doing this. Hang on. I still haven't gotten visuals on whoever's been doing this lately. And I just want to know who it is. Come on, come back here. Let me get a look at you. Come here. I hear you. Where are you? Yeah, vroom your way over here. Okay. Weird update. It's like, it's a child. It's like, it's a child no older than like 15 on like a BMX bike. I don't mean to be like a hater, but I don't know if he should just be allowed to do that. Are children allowed to just? Don't you have to have like a license or something? I don't know a lot about it, but he looks very young. He's still got like the baby face. That's really strange. That would explain why he's being so annoying about it, though. He is a child. They don't know better. I thought it was gonna be like an adult man, and I was gonna be like, yo, stop doing that. But it's just a child. He has a helmet, thankfully. Yes, definitely helmet. Katie walking inside a shotgun. I just want to talk. Clefable with a shotgun. What? Terrifying. Darude is released around the Scarlet Violet times and in a movie, and that's about it. What? So no helmet. I get it over here as well. I feel you. I get to the vroom vroom over here sometimes. It's so annoying. I mean, I guess on the bright side, I'm glad that he is just playing around in our like dead-end cul-de-sac where it's safer. I don't want him going on the highway. So if he has to screw around somewhere, at least it's here. Where his chances of getting like hit by a car are a lot lower. But still, I don't know. This is a very safe little neighborhood. It's the kind of neighborhood where people will just like leave their bikes and stuff like right outside their house. Like nice bikes too, without any locks or anything, so. Stumbles, it's Darude, not Darude. Silly mustard cookie man. You're right. What's funny too is he definitely saw me looking out the window at him. He kind of just looked at me like, I'm gonna keep doing this. Oh, to be young again. Well, you know what? Good for him. He's got the rest of his life ahead of him to work and pay bills and do taxes. I'm glad he's having fun, even if it is annoying. Okay, I'm gonna make this Garchomp a little bit more of an intense blue than he is IRL. Because it's supposed to be like a battle shot, so I want him to look cool. That's right, Katie, you're not young anymore. You're old past your prime. I'm into that, brother. And you, even older. Let's rot together. Oh, so rude. Such an unknown mon. I was pretty close. Sandwich time. Oh, yeah. Make a good sandwich. Go crazy mode on that sandwich. Alright, here's his little nose. Apparently my niece bit someone the other day. My sweet little Esper niece bit another child at daycare, so that's not good. I'm laughing, but also really not good. I do not know the circumstances of the issue, but gosh, that's really something. She's never done that before either, so I don't know what that was all about. I guess like these things do just kind of happen when you're a kid. I definitely remember getting into some like weird scraps on the playground as a young child, so I don't know. I feel like when you're like at the age that she is, which is like she's what, 3.5 now, things sometimes, your wires get crossed in some surprising ways. Anyway, I hope she stops biting people, because that's really bad. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I feel relieved that I don't have children, because it's like, I don't even know how I would handle that. What do you do if you find out that your child bit someone, but like a while ago, like a few hours ago? Like, ideally the time to like intervene would be like in the moment. I don't know, I guess you sit them down and have a conversation? Any parents in the chat who can chime in here? Oh gosh. Oh, there's his little forehead thingy, and then he's got like a long kind of arched neck. Comes down like this. I'll catch up on the chat in just a minute. Well, my second niece, the younger one, she is very, very close to being able to walk. And I think as soon as she starts walking, the older niece is going to have her work cut out for her. Because, like, it's all fun and games having a younger sibling when, like, they're just a baby and they can't do anything to annoy you. But pretty soon, she's going to be able to annoy her, and it's going to be funny. Oh my gosh. Well, it's good to have a sibling to teach you to be patient. Teach you to not bite people, probably. I don't think I ever bit someone as a child. I'll have to ask my mom, but I don't think I got into like physical trouble very much as a kid. I definitely got into social trouble a lot for just like running off with my friends or like talking during class or, you know, whatever. Stuff that doesn't matter, but I don't think I ever just bit someone. I ought to be young again. Okay. Just gonna let that sit for a minute. I need to go around here. And also on the top of his head. Okay, I catch up now. A hot ham and Swiss with mustard and pickles. Classic. Speaking of mustard cookies, I got 3 coworkers to try it. Stumbles! You are gifted with the power of persuasion. You got 3 people to try that? You should like run for office or something. That's seriously persuasive. Speaking, I already read that. I was just checking on my little cat in her little cat house. She's taking a nap. Good, as she should be. Esper used bite, Esper used crunch. You'll never achieve your dreams. It's too late. Dreams such as Dreams Forest Odyssey, which you can still back as a late pledge on Kickstarter. That's so true. You can back now as a late pledge on Kickstarter. Was it not very effective? I don't know how effective it was. I've told you pretty much everything I know. Esper canonically cannot learn bite. Can Esper learn assist? Maybe she used assist. When I was a young baby child, I bit everything and everyone. Parenting advice. Bite the child to establish dominance, then T-pose. I'm getting the impression you might not be a parent, Boulder. Right? Like, do they even remember what they did once a few hours pass? Yeah, 3.5 is like, she's old enough to generally know better, but like I said, the wires just kind of get crossed at that age. Like, how many of you have like detailed memories from the age of 3? Like, it's sort of uncommon. I have a couple like what they call flashbulb memories from that time. Like, I can remember, like, having a particular birthday party or something like that, but, like, daily life I don't remember very well from when I was 3, so... I remember a lot from when I was 3. You've got a good memory, though, Boulder. I feel like you're, an outlier in that regard. I'm not surprised that you remember stuff from that age. You've got a mind like a bear trap. A mind like a mouse trap, I should say. Okay, there's the marking on his chest, and then it's also on the abdomen. And it comes like this. And then he also has gray around the eyeballs on his claws. The eyeballs. Same thing with this one. Okay, there we go. Got the base coat down for gray. Let's see. If the kid has a relationship with family, they have some form of object permanence. Memory might be formed. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm not saying she's like an automaton. I just don't know how well she'll remember what she did at school a few hours later. She'll remember she did it, but, you know, the emotion has sort of passed. You should ask Baby Esper what the bite tasted like. Certain museum object incidents. Baby Esper bit a young Milcery. He raised his hand. I remember a lot from when I was 3. I don't have detailed memories from today, says Stumbles. I like ours, says Cute Faith. Me too. Don't worry, if you think you have a bad memory, your brain will bring up every cringe and awful experience with clarity while you try to sleep. Oh, it does. It does. I feel like I get a lot of, like, weird memories coming up in the morning, especially if I've had a night of, like, very intense dreaming. What happens? Let's see. Vap, I have something neat to show you. What's that, Blade? When I try to sleep, my brain was doing it a few hours ago. Kiwi is speed running the bad memories. Oh, anxiety, says Mecha. Pokemon Flux, a fan-made game by the Pokemon Uranium devs, added a new update. Added unknown base forms based not on letters, but Pokedex body types. Oh, that's funny. That's a very funny idea. Wow. And it's shiny. That's so funny. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the Pokemon, like, Pokedex body types, it's for, like, sorting the Pokemon. So if you want to search, like, oh, I want a Pokemon that is, like, bipedal, it will, like, show you all the Pokemon. But, like, they have these little icons to demonstrate what that even means, and the icons are very silly. They drew them in a very silly way. They have, like, big, goofy-looking eyes that kind of stare at you. It's funny. I don't know why they did that. It's very funny to me. Alright, let's get his little arm fan on here. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. What is y'all's favorite battle, I don't know what you'd call it, gimmick sounds reductive, but you know what I mean, like each, you know, new generation of Pokemon starting back with Megas, they have, well, I guess technically starting with the gems in Black and White, but I don't really think that counts. There's been a gimmick every generation since then. So Mega Evolution, Z moves, Dynamax, Terastallization, etc., etc., etc. Which one is y'all's favorite? Because I do like Megas a lot. But I think they have a limitation in that not every Pokemon can receive a Mega, and often the Pokemon that need a Mega the most are just not very popular, so they don't end up, like, getting one. Like Ledian, right? Ledian could use a Mega Evolution. Probably not going to get one because no one cares. I love Ledian, but no one asked me. So, and then Charizard gets like 10. So theoretically a very cool idea, and I like the designs a lot. But I don't know. Honestly, I kind of liked Dynamaxing. I might be the only person, but I kind of did. Terrestrialization is the best for competitive. It like definitely added the most to the competitive scene. Z moves I kind of didn't click with somehow. I didn't have like an issue with them. They just, I kind of like, you know, you do it once and you're like, okay, I get it. But some of them had really cool animations, so there is that. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people technically consider the gems from Black and White to be the first gimmick, which I just think is really funny. I guess technically they are, but they were like not marketed in the same way in my mind. The gems basically were a hold item that gave you a one-time boost to a move of that type. So if you were holding a fire gem, you use Fire Blast, it consumes the gem and you get a boost. It's like the opposite of like the pinch berries, basically. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with Garchie here. He lets me call him that because we're friends. I'm going to just use my finger and put some blurs on his little arm thingies. Okay, I'm gonna catch up here. Never. Crazy boss. These unknown only have one move, but it's not hidden power, it's rune power, which is normally rock type. In battle, it matches the type of the unknown using it and goes off the better attacking stat of unknown. So it's kind of usable. Oh, that is kind of usable. Boulder says Mega Evolutions, hands down. It peaked there and everything else was downhill. Easily Terra for me, says Andesite. Mega says Mecha. G-Max was neat for the designs and choices. Kingler would never have gotten anything otherwise. Yeah, I liked Kingler. Dynamaxing is cool too. The hats are silly but fun. I like the look of Terra and how it works in battle. Yeah, I agree. Z move's the worst for me. The whole aspect of doing a bunch of cringe posing was something that oddly piqued my social anxiety. Oh, yeah. Never used them outside the one time where they forced you as a tutorial. To triple battles count? That's my pick. Oh, those were fun. Weather technically introduced in Gen 2, but that stayed. Redeemed to lick fingers. I shan't. Gen 4 introduced stage hazards. Gen 2 did. Spikes was a thing. Terra's the best because they actually changed the battle by doing something other than more power. There were just more of them. G-Max designs were based. Oh, right, spikes. Yeah, no, technically there were, like additions to combat before then. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about, like, when... Anytime they specifically went really hard with the marketing of, like, this generation, our new thing, it's in the trailer, check it out. They may have done that a little bit with weather. I don't remember. I was, like, 5 when that game came out, but, it's been a much more, like, consistent part of how they sell the games these days, so that's kind of more what I was thinking of. Because, like, the gems just were not that. No one, that was, like, people don't even remember the gems. I mean, if you were involved in competitive, you certainly remember the gems, to be fair, but a casual player is like, oh, yeah, those things that you could find in caves sometimes, I guess. So... Okay, there's the yellow on Garchomp's tongue, which I forgot to put in earlier. Kiwi says, I feel like Terras are the best, because actually, I already read that. G-Max designs were based. Spikes, remember rotation battles? No one does. Eat gems. I do, I miss them, says Draisu. There was like, gosh, there was something else too. Types of Pokemon battle. I guess you could even argue that Gen 2's gimmick was double battles, sort of. Inverse battle, that's what I was thinking of. Type matchups are reversed. That one always tripped me up really bad. I'm just looking at the Bulbapedia page for all the different types of battles here. They've got trainer battle on here. Does anyone remember those? Really rare. I super, super, super loved this battle in Scarlet and Violet. I'll be a dog defender until the day I die. I freaking loved those sword and shield holding dogs and their dumb howling battle theme where they go, "Ow!" I loved it so much. They're so good. Okay, so Garchomp's thighs are just blue. And then it has spikes on them, which are white, so I'll leave lots of space for that. Whoops. Got a little blue in my yellow. Doggy fight. Doggy fight. Do do do. Do do do. Meow meow meow. Woof woof woof. I've been starting a collection. I think I told you guys, as I'm selling my like childhood Pokemon card collection, I'm starting to buy like cheap cards of just like my favorite Pokemon. So I want to have like all the Hoot Hoot cards and like all the Ho-Oh cards and so on. And my beautiful Sword Dog Zacian is one of the ones I'm collecting. Though there are some very expensive Zacian cards out there, so probably I won't ever complete that collection, but that's fine, whatever. Alright, there we go. And there's this little patch of like his back here. Morgan Freeman voice, but in fact, double battles were introduced in Generation 3. Yes, sorry, that's what I meant to say, not 2, not 2. Bedtime, thanks for stream. Thanks for hanging out, Andesite. Sleep tight, my friend. I have returned, says Delta. The return of Delta. Like Z moves and G-Max just make moves to run damage, but anything that changes type is huge and type effectiveness is so important. Yeah, I agree. I think in terms of just like design, they definitely like a competitive design, they did the best with Terastallization. Sorry, my brain stalled out really hard there. Vapa wooing should be a redeem. Wonder what color it turns into if you mix your blue and your yellow. I can't think of any sort of real color it could be. Isn't it weird you never see Andesite and Delta in the same room together? It's Delta's Squirrel Sona. I thought Battle Royale was a fun idea. Probably not balanced, but really fun. Yeah, that was fun, I agree. That was the Vapo Scream. Yeah, Vapo Scream is the howling of Vap. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so many messages. Who's messaging me? Oh, it's just Clay. He's just sending me memes. That's fine. I'll look at your memes later, sweetheart. Okay. Inside of Garchomp's mouth is almost the same color as the red on its jaw, but it's a little bit pinker. Dude, the joints thing, I don't know what to do. I need to like redo my whole joint system. It's so... I just haven't done anything with it in so long. Part of it is that I used to stream for longer back during COVID times because I just didn't have anything else going on. Now I do shorter streams and I try to get more done during them, but as a result I've removed a lot of the joint redeems that were time consuming, but then like I don't know what to put in their stead. there's his little teethies. And Delta Sight. Oh, it's Garchomp's theme. I mean Cynthia. Just found a neat Tyro guide, also from Flux. Evolutions based on triathlon portions. Oh, that's fun. Okay. What if you had to do one leg of a triathlon, like tomorrow? Like the government just showed up at your front door and was like, only you can do this. You're saving the lives of millions by participating in one leg of a triathlon. Don't worry about the context. You have to do a triathlon. Which part of the triathlon do you think you stand the best chance of like either surviving or like doing okay at? It's cycling, running, and swimming, I believe. What is your selection? Because I feel like cycling is like the go-to answer, right? Because it sounds easier than the other two. But I believe because it is sort of less difficult than swimming and stuff, or like you have to go farther for it to be really hard. So I imagine they probably make you go pretty far on the bike. I don't know. I'd have to check. Just depends on how far they want me to go. Let's see. Redeem for 5 items from your search history. Oh, I'll do that for free. You don't need to redeem for that. Running lest I drown. Are you not a strong swimmer, Mecca? Cycling, but I want to be good at swimming because I'm a water lover. You knew this. My best triathlon category would be dying. Depends on the distance. Yeah, it does. It does. Let me just look up triathlon distance and see if there's like a standard form. Oh my gosh, your Swampert plush is so cute. I like its expression. I'd pick swimming. I don't run and I can't ride a bike. Fair enough. Okay, so it's typically... Oh, these are in... Oh man, can't you put this in American distances, please? Oh, this is painful. Triathlon distances vary. Short races take less than an hour. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say triathlon distance in miles. Thank you. I'm from America. I don't know anything. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so a sprint triathlon, which is a really fast short one. You have to swim half a mile, you have to bike 12.4 miles, and you have to run 3 miles. So that one's not too bad. The Olympic triathlon, which is actually the next easiest one, believe it or not, you have to swim 0.93 miles, so almost a mile, and that's a long way. If you've done ocean swimming before, that's a long swim. 24.8 miles on bike and 6.2 miles running. That's pretty rough. So I think, let's say that one. Let's say somehow you have to do an Olympic triathlon. Your choices are swim for a mile, bike for 25 miles, or run 6 miles. What would your selection be? Choose your method of dying of triathlon. Hello, Auroran Studios. How are you? Blade says, Katie, help. It's storming with a semi-clear sky. It's scary. Oh, the mystery weather. The weather that cannot be understood. That's very strange. I think we're out of music right now. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Hi, America. I'm hungry. AI-generated BRB food. How are you doing, Vap? Thank you for redeeming Hydrate. I'm thirsty, so actually that's perfect timing. I'm doing A-okay. Got a good start on this illustration. Oh, there we go. That's better. I'm with Boulder. I also choose dying. Oh, it's Zimius. Hi, Zimius. How are you? Honestly, probably the run, since I could theoretically walk it and still compete. Okay, you have to at least do like a shambling jog. You can do the jog of like an old person, that's fine, but you have to lift your feet a little. Still swimming, I like swimming better anyways. Wait, what? You recognize me? Yeah, of course. You've been here the last couple times. My chat's not so busy that I can't remember. I thought I was a nobody. No one's a nobody. Okay, let's look at my history here since someone brought it up. Okay, this one's embarrassing. I looked up where is Siam because I didn't realize the country of Siam is modern day Thailand. So I was like, where is that? I looked up Portland River Bodies, Anxiety, Ammonite, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Dutch Bros, TCG Card Binder, Witch Cat. Oh, a whole bunch of Pokemon card listings that I was looking at. That's not exciting to read. What is a Basque cheesecake? Cat treats. Spectral wings. The oldest olive tree. The olive tree. Is olive a fruit or vegetable? What are olives related to? Coolest Pokemon. Mongolian groom. Horse injuries. Gopher wand. A whole bunch of stuff about various horse racing injuries. Proc meaning. Biggest cities in China. Mozzarella sticks. Gliding snake. Ring of keys moment. I was all over the place this week. Sheldon's big... Sheldon's Big Bang Bazinga Bing Bong Burger. Okay, I gotta close this. Kiwi says, the longest I ran is 7 miles. I have no confidence I could do that anymore, but I have even less confidence I could swim. So maybe biking is the way to go. Because, don't get me wrong, biking 25 miles would suck. Especially if there's any portion that is, like, uphill. Bad time. But I feel like it's more doable than the others. You could walk underneath on the running part. To be honest, there's only 8 people who talk here in most streams. Yeah, we've got a core group for sure, but I think the other like 15 or 20 people or so are like always here. They just don't really want to talk, which, like, you know what? Fair enough. I don't always feel like talking. Olives? You mean Grease's pieces? Maybe 10. Proc meaning. What? Sheldon's Big Bang Bazinga Bing Bong Burger. People use the term proc all the time to talk about, like, you know, when you use Future Sight in Pokemon and then it activates, they say it procs, and I was like, what does that stand for? And I've already forgotten, even though I looked it up. Proggers. Trying to make a salad, premix from Trader Joe's, and I just hear that. Programmed random occurrence is what proc means. Because I thought it was like proclaim, like proc, but I was like, that's such a weird way to say that, and that's because no one is saying that. That's not what it means. Procreates. You know, if you think about it, the drawing program Procreate, I just like never really thought about it before, but that is an insane name for a drawing program. Like, what were they thinking? I get what they're going for, professional creation or like creativity, like the words together, reasonable. But really? Procreate? That's crazy. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Doesn't need my 10, says Drysu. Exactly! Drysu's always here. I just assumed Drysu is here. Though it would be funny if the people who are lurking were like totally different people stream to stream. Like, I'm pretty confident it's the same group of people, but maybe not. I don't have the data. Oh, this music is so dramatic. So good. And I bet everyone in the chat knows this song really well because of the several streams where I've just played this song on loop. I just think it's awesome. like when I'm watching streams, if someone's playing a video game, I'm like super chatty. I have everything to say about that. But if someone's drawing, I often just feel like, ugh, I just want to like watch them draw. I don't want to like distract them, or I'll ask like a question if I have one, but something about watching someone paint really makes me want to shut up. And Kiwi can attest, every time I show up in Kiwi streams, I do not stop talking. Alright, there's the tail, comes around. Gonna use a smaller brush to get these details in. Alright, there's the tip of his little shark tail. And then it has sort of a big fin that comes off the back and like curves around like a crescent moon. And I believe we're almost out of time for the stream today. I gotta head over to the card market and do some more selling. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Procreate. Also sex as Boulder procreates. I'll be sleep lurking, says Admiral. Sounds good. Have a wonderful nap. It's incredibly ironic as most artists are losers who never get any. They're too busy doing art. Couldn't be me. I would never get my work done. I'm way too cool for it. Procreate? GIMP? Who let these developers name these art programs? Yeah, GIMP is another crazy one. Like, that's so wild. Introducing my new art program, BDSM. It stands for Brush Drawing Simulation Master. I absolutely want to distract whoever is doing art. Extremely important update, Vap. It's a good thing, says Kiwi. Okay, good. Frog! That's a beautiful frog. Points. Crazy bus. I enjoy people being chatty because I run out of stuff to talk about. Yeah, no, fair enough. Better to have a chat that is a little too talkative than too quiet, because then you're just kind of like, hey everybody, do you have any thoughts today? That is a big frog. A BF, you might say. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here for today. This is a good start on these illustrations. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. I don't think I'm gonna do a raid today. I'll save it for next week. I'll save all that wonderful raid energy for later. Have a fabulous weekend, you all. I'll see you on next Wednesday. Stay safe, get some rest, and don't forget, gamers, as always, to eat shit. I'm only allowed to do my old closeout like once a month now. Stay Soggy is the new one, but for so long. Alright, bye everybody. I appreciate ya.